Okay, so this whole concept of breaking balance, or in Japanese, kuzushi, in Korean, bul gyung hyung, has to do with, of course, breaking the balance. But even with the sword on a basic cut, you still should be able to break the balance. So from this position, just put this sword down, come closer. If I'm going to cut him, let's just say I'm going to cut him here, right? So from a basic position, the sword comes up, and as I cut, it's not just cutting straight down, because you see how stable he is at this point? Move this way a little bit. Come this way. He's a bit stable, a little bit stable at this point. Now, of course, a lot of it has to do with which part of the sword you use. So the business end of the sword again is like back to about 9 inches from the tip. Okay, so that's where that should be. Now, when the sword makes contact with him, it shouldn't ground him like this is doing, but it should have this forward component to it, okay? So it should break his balance. Say if I'm standing here, it should throw him to the floor, literally, okay? So one more time. Up, cut. And you see how it's this slight reaching out. So even a basic cut should break the balance. Okay? So there are 2 other basic cuts within the system I teach. And that is, that's okay. That is here. Well, of course, this is the first one. Okay? First basic cut. Second basic cut. As I cut down, it's like I'm throwing the sword forward in front of me, so it has this component to it. And then the next cut, as I bring the sword up and cut down, it's pulling back, with me shifting my weight towards what you would call a back stance. So it's from front stance to back stance, right? So from here, cut, as I'm throwing this feeling of throwing the sword forward. And from triangle stance, the sword cuts down. It's pulling back, okay?